I'm going to continue my Arduino code refactoring. In the previous video, I kind of showed how I broke up my 300 and some line Arduino source file into a set of reusable classes. But now it came time to reuse them across different targets. So in my Lego town, I'm going to have the city streets Arduino, which will control the lights, the lighthouse, and hopefully the magnetic strip going around my streets to have my cars move. But then I am also going to have an Arduino inside of my Lego train, and I know that there's going to be some code that's going to be shared between these two, particularly lights, maybe matrix, depends what Arduino I use. And so I was like, okay, let's start reusing these. So the first thing I did was I took all the reusable code and put it into a directory called shared. And I looked up online via Copilot because that seems to be where I go for all my answers these days. And it said I have to put the shared code inside of the libraries directory, which is somewhere else in the file system on my computer. I'm like, that's not acceptable. This is all shared code with the Swift code as well, and I don't want this code outside of my source code repository, which is right here. And I was like, there's got to be a way to do it. I'm like, so inside of here, I tried to do a something like this to go outside of go up a directory to the shared, but the Arduino IDE said no, you're not allowed to do that. And I was finding this very frustrating. So what I ended up doing was, let me undo that, was I created a symbolic link in the file system going into each directory for city streets and the Jove Express. Now symbolic links are kind of like a proxy. What it says, as far as everything is concerned, shared is in two places, or three. It's in its actual place, but it's here and it's also here. So I can do a include shared BLE service runner, because as far as the Arduino IDE is concerned, shared is right here. It's very easy to do symbolic links on Mac and Linux. On Windows, it depends what shell you're using, what version of Windows you're using as possible, but yeah, you need to look it up, and well, good luck with that. So I was like, okay, this is good. And then so initially I did this as a well-structured C++ program, because I read online that if you include the .h, the INO file will automatically include in the CPP. That did not work. And I'm like, well, since includes are nothing but file concatenation, nothing more, nothing more fancy. I'm like, well, if I include the CPP, and the CPP, if I open it, come on, it's going to open it in Xcode, I believe. Wait a few moments later here. The first thing that it does is it includes the header file. So what this line of code does here is, the first thing it does is it includes that file, and then it concatenates all of this. So these includes, as far as the compiler is concerned, we have one ginormous file. And I was able to build and upload to the Arduino device doing it this way. Now, unfortunately, I don't see each CPP and header file here, but inside of Xcode or the file system, I can get to the individual files. But this allows me to have a shared code between the Jove Express and city streets, to have all the code remain inside of my source code repository as well. Now, if there's a way to do this that is not really fighting the IDE, I would like to know, but I couldn't discover one. Alright, and that concludes this video. Thank you.